Hey everyone, Sam Monaco here again at Monaco Studios with Nathan Lapointe, aka Unique Unknown, and this is live at the Loft.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, well,
Live at the Loft.
thank you for being here, man.
No problem at all. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so do you, if I'm introducing you, do you have a preference? Do you want to be Nathan or Nate or Unique Unknown? What's
Just not Nathaniel,
Okay.
basically, is what I tell people. If you call me Nathaniel, this interview's done.
Glad I didn't ask about that one.
I like Nathan. Obviously creatively performing wise, Unique Unknown. So either one works.
Where does Nathan and Unique Unknown begin?
I honestly, they're pretty synonymous. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Wow, I did it. With each other. Unique Unknown really is just Nathan looking in the mirror and seeing himself for who he really is how I'd look at it. So Unique Unknown has just allowed me to really accept myself and understand, the intricacies of who I am and where I came from and all that stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're really together. I probably should separate more. I should probably have branding specifically just for Unique Unknown, but.
No, I get it. I mean, I notice on social media, your handle is "We Are All Unique Unknown."
It's been my motto since I found the name Unique Unknown. It's just we're all in this together. We all bleed the same blood. We're all sharing this small rock in this vast space around us. So we are all Unique Unknown.
Yeah, that's beautiful. A little bit of sharing that inner knowledge and what you've gained from inhabiting that persona, I suppose. So yeah, was there a catalyzing moment when you kind of discovered Unique Unknown, or where were you when you answered the call from the banana phone? I guess is another way to ask that question.
Banana phone, buy one today, $29.99. No. I was on the bus, so it was junior year, my final year at USM, and I started falling in love with writing and realizing like the health it gave me, like the spark it kind of gave me in the really dark times I was dealing with. And I remember being on the bus, and I was going to go as Nathan Lapointe for a while. I was fine with that. Like, I'm just Nathan if I'm doing hip-hop or whatever. But then I started thinking about it, and I was just like, I should come up with a name. Well, when I was really young, in high school, I went to high school in Buren, Maine, 6 hours up north, graduated with 28 kids, very small. But I was called weird by every kid in the school, but not bad weird, just like, oh, this kid's weird, goofy, whatever. I never looked at it as a bad thing. So I thought, hey, I'm pretty unique. It makes sense. And then I thought of that saying, like, you could dig a hole and then to get to the other side of the earth is China or whatever that whole saying is. And I just thought of, like, there are people on the other side of the world who may never know me. I don't know them. We're unknown to each other. So Unique Unknown is where that came from. And then I thought of that simple thing of, like, we all bleed the same. We are all Unique Unknown. And it was like that from then on. Yeah, it's really cool. I love telling that story because it's interesting hearing people's origin story.
I love the origin story, yeah. And I mean, having seen your show, I mean, you did a rehearsal downstairs, and we're going to be doing show May 25th, coming right up here.
Be there or be square.
And it's just a blast watching you perform with Unique Unknown and friends.
That's a joy.
And just such a positive and fun show to bring to the scene here.
Thank you.
Of course, yeah. Thanks for. It's just a pleasure to team up with you on this. So, I guess what do you hope that somebody takes away from coming to see a show with Unique Unknown and friends?
Just, I guess, that simple essence of child that we all lost at some point growing up. I've seen. Kids enjoy this show. I've seen adults enjoy this show, and I feel like it just brings that energy out of you. So I want people to interact with each other. Having people in a shared space, communicating and having fun together is huge.
Yeah.
All walks of life. I don't care what you look like, what you believe in, that kind of deal. And then love, just loving one another. Laughter. It's a dark world we live in. It's always been dark, but there's a lot going on right now, and we can get easily sucked into that. As much as Unique Unknown and Friends is like pure stress relief, pure escape, I want that to be the same for people who come and see the show.
Yeah.
To leave and be like, what? What did I just see? Hold on, I got to make a phone call real quick.
Don't let me interrupt.
Hey, Mom? No, I'm with Sam right now. Yeah, I'm doing the interview. No, this is great. It's going really well. It's not awkward.
No, say hi for me.
Sam says hi.
Yeah. Happy belated Mother's Day.
Oh, says happily belated Mother's Day. Okay. I love you too. Bye.
Did you catch up with your mom over the weekend?
I did chat with her.
Nice.
Chatted with her yesterday. My mom, unfortunately, is just dealing with a lot of health issues. And
I'm sorry to hear.
She's like one of the most strongest humans I've ever met in my life. Her resilience, just dealing with what she's dealing with is wild. So huge inspiration for me. So shout out to Sheila Gaillon, my mama. Love you.
Shout out your mom and to all the moms out there. We love you.
To all the moms out there. But yeah.
Yeah, speaking of moms and just how you grew up, how did you kind of get into the world of freestyling, improv, and was there anything about growing up at home, or was it school, or sort of how did that part of you develop?
I think it's funny. My mom always said that I smiled a lot when I was a kid. I was just always smiling. So I think I always had this kind of energy in me. I was born in Florida. I was adopted. I lived in Florida for a while, and then we moved to Arizona. Hot in Arizona. Yeah. Didn't play sports, didn't do anything like that. And then life, my mom said, hey, we're going to go on vacation to Van Buren, Maine. Her mother lived there. And
well-known vacation spot.
Yeah, we're going to go to Van Buren, vacation land, 6 hours up north from here, Portland. But so we went to Van Buren, Maine, and 21 days in, Mom let us know that they're getting a divorce. So it was kind of like a shocking kind of deal. Again, I love my mom. People go through different things with families. It's growth. You learn from it. But so I ended up going to school in Van Buren, Maine. And I think it started out with just a lot of tapping. I would do that.
That was me too, yeah.
Constantly. And my mom got understandably frustrated. But instead of like getting mad or anything, she was like, we need to get you an outlet. So she got me a drum set.
Yeah, same here.
It's like, wow, thanks. It's like, shout out to her for kind of starting this whole thing. So I started with the drums and then the keyboard. I started playing the keyboard and doing I don't know keys. I can't read music, but I just improvised. And that was pretty much the start. Yeah. Was like making up my own songs back then. But back in high school, I really did a lot of acting. Like theater was my thing. I didn't really find improv or I say freestyling. I did improv comedy in college and stuff like that. So I guess that's where it kind of really took off, the comedy side. But music-wise, it was freestyling with Shahadi, my buddy Shahadi, Lexi Saliba, Lake Bellavance, old crew, Murphy, old crew in college. We would drive around and freestyle. And that's where the freestyling started for me. And it started terribly. Oh my goodness. Practice makes perfect. The only reason I'm as good as I am today is because of the years and years of practice.
I believe it. Yeah, it's such a specific skill. I mean,
it's weird.
Kudos to you and to everyone else out there that has that ability, because
It's a scary
never
thing.
never come naturally to me.
It's a scary thing, and it took a while to get past the fear of it. But again, it kind of just takes that repetition and consistency. And I fell in love with it. I just loved freestyling. And then, I ended up leaving college because of nerve damage from hernia surgery. So I have chronic pain I deal with, and I ended up having to leave. But me and Shahadi kept writing, kept freestyling, and it just became such a healthy outlet for me in times where it was just really dark. But only really did I start to dive deep into it. I started watching a lot of Reggie Watts, who's a huge inspiration for me, and fell in love with it. And then kind of Bo Burnham's, this is not improvised, but his comedy style is just
love
crazy.
him.
I love Bo Burnham. But that kind of mixture really came into play. And then COVID. You guys remember COVID? COVID happened.
Oh, good times.
COVID's
yeah.
a thing. I ended up seeing DJ Matt Perry. He was doing a show.
Friend of the studio.
Friend of the studio. He was doing a Twitch show where he'd have a singer come on and they would sing lyrics over beats. And it was really cool. And I saw that and was extremely jealous right away. I was like, I need to be there. So I hit him up and was like, hey, so this is weird times, right? I would love to be on your show, and I really love freestyling. Would you be willing to let me just freestyle? Which is, think about it, it's crazy to think that I was just willing to just do it. But
I mean, credit to you for putting yourself out there, man.
Crazy times. And so he was like, yeah, come over. So went over, set up the Twitch thing, set up, the music, all that. And then I ended up freestyling over his beats, and we did our thing for an hour and 10, 20 minutes or something like that. It was insane. And then boom, from that point on, we were getting together every 2 weeks. We called it DJ verse rapper. I fell in love with the freestyle thing. We were doing a segment for Punky's Mixtape. My buddy does a show called Punky's Mixtape, a Twitch show, which is really awesome. Gets a bunch of different musicians and stuff together. It's entertainment, gaming, TV, whatever. Beautiful. But he had us do a DJ verse rapper segment. So we just do a 10-minute bit of our improv thing. And it just got better and better and better. And then, long story. Sorry, guys. We're
here for it.
Right, we're here. The loop pedal edition came when I needed to interview for a job at the Children's Museum.
That's what did it?
That's what did it. So I did a couple shows there. I acted in a couple shows, and Reba, my boss, was like, I want you to work here. Let's do an interview. So we met up at a coffee shop, and she was like, we have to do the official interview, but I really want you to work here. So she's like, I'm going to give you 3 different poems. You pick one and you create a 10-minute interactive show or like a little thing.
That sounds fun.
So my first thing was, I can't do that. First reaction to anything. Then I was like, wait a minute. I've always wanted to try loop pedal. So my wife, Sarah, ended up doing her research thing and found, I think his name might have been Sam. Might have been Sam. This guy.
Sure, let's go with that.
Sam. We'll deal with that. Found Sam, and he had a loop pedal, the little Boss RC3, for sale. He sold it to me. And then I created beat poem by Maya Angelou. I adapted Shadows on the Wall into an interactive beatbox thing with the loop pedal. Awesome. So have them interact and make noises and say things with me, and it ended up getting me the job at the museum. And then, since then I started playing around with the loop pedal. I've upgraded a couple times, thanks to friends and people I love very much, just their support of what I do. And then here we are doing Unique, Unknown, and Friends.
Yeah.
With percussionist and a live artist, and everybody's making it up. And
Yeah, no, it's a great show, and shout out the Children's Museum too, because as you know, I have a history there too. You know, worked there for 8 years in high school and college, and
so wild. Free Street,
it was fun.
right?
Yeah, on Free Street.
Older place. Yeah.
Good times there. Helped develop a little music program there with the kids.
That's so cool.
And more recently, just last summer or I forget, 2 summers ago now, we worked with them again here in the studio, recording Dwayne Toma for the outdoor exhibit with the drums.
What is the time? Is that a year?
No, it must have been a year ago.
It opened, 2 years?
No, because it opened last fall. Now
That's
I'm remembering.
right.
Yeah. So it was about a year ago exactly. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's weird how connections happen like that. I've been lucky to have that happen. Like getting filmed by Kettle Ghost. I really wanted this to happen. Shout out Kettle Ghost. I really wanted to happen this, saw their Bull Moose series.
Between the Bins.
Between the Bins, and the fact that it's like, here I am getting filmed by them now.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. So.
All comes back around, and you, am I remembering right that you developed the Unique Unknown and Friends at the Children's Museum?
Yeah, so Nolan Ellsworth, a lovely human being. First time I saw him, I knew I wanted to work with him in some capacity. He's hilarious, great actor, just great human being.
So you were both working at the Children's Museum.
We were both working, and I create PUPs, or pop-up programs that I perform every day, social emotional learning, interactive shows, free with admission for families to come see. And it was really busy one day, so I was like, hey, can I get Nolan? We can go up there. I'll use a loop pedal. He can draw, and we'll make it up. And we ended up doing it. It was a good crowd in there, and people loved it. It was amazing. I created a beat, and I sang, and he did art live, and we just worked off of each other. And
so cool.
At that, I just knew after that, I was like, I really want to make this happen again. So we ended up doing the art walk.
Oh, okay.
I invited him out to the art walk. And I think we might have even rehearsed a little before that, but we performed at the art walk. It had so much fun, really loved it. And then there's this other side, lovely humans, James Whalen and Ian Berglund. Just James, you probably know his name. He's just amazing. He's done so many different things.
Yeah, another friend of the studio. He helped us out with our Nightmare Before Christmas live stream during COVID.
Connection, COVID, C words. So connected with James and Ian a few years ago, and ended up having a lot of fun. My wife, we all had just hung out, and they're really nice people, interactive with my wife as well, which is really cool, and we just had such a fun time. So
that's kind of how the band formed.
Yeah, so Ian is just super talented, and I've wanted to work with him from the beginning that I saw him. So I was like, Ian, I have an idea. I would like to do a show. Nolan and I do our thing, and then you do the drums, because I've always wanted to just do something simple with the drum set, because this is my first instrument. I love it. So Ian was down. It's a crazy thing to ask somebody, hey, I'm just going to make all this up and improvise. Are you willing to do that with me?
Yeah.
And
takes a special type.
Takes a really crazy human being to do that. So they were both down. And then we ended up rehearsing. I think we rehearsed once before our first show at Find in Portland. We rehearsed once. It worked so well. And then we did the show at Find. I love putting shows together. I've put a bunch together in the past, and so ended up booking this one, and it was a hit. Join my Patreon, and you can actually watch that show, Unique Unknown, on Patreon. Shameless self-promotion.
Yeah, nice plug. You gotta.
But yeah, so after that, it was like, all right, guys, I'd like to book more shows. You guys down? And they were into it. So this year, I've been on a groove.
Yeah,
we played
I've
at
seen.
Empire, which was phenomenal.
Right,
beautiful show. Played at the Bramble Gallery in Freeport. Like I said, we played at Find, Flask Lounge, the Children's Museum. We played at the what was it called? Porch Fest last year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw you there. I remember.
which was really fun. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. So yeah, it's something you don't really see out there.
Yeah.
It's hard to find nowadays in this world where everybody's doing amazing things. It's hard to find your own niche. So
Well, sounds like that it was just such a sort of organic formation, almost like a necessity is the mother of invention type thing. Like,
100%.
oh, we got to entertain all these people at the museum. Let's just come up with something.
yeah, it's crazy. Again,
I mean,
like
how many other great bands have formed at the Children's Museum?
oh man,
I've heard there's quite a scene there.
It is. There's a lot of talented people there. I've jammed with a few people there, which are really, really nice, lovely humans. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's a cool scene, and being able to perform Unique and Known and Friends at the museum at the art auction the other night was just kind of like a full circle moment for us. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's lovely. It's complete stress relief for us, no matter what we're going through. It's freedom for the audience to just be themselves.
Yeah.
Have that childlike kind of zaniness, humor, and just
I think,
essence.
it gets people out of their shells maybe, or like allows them to, like you said, sort of be more present. And
It allows me to be. Hold on. Hello.
oh yeah, no, please get that.
This is not the time. No. Sorry.
Telemarketer.
Can you not interrupt me while I'm on the phone? Sorry about that. Okay, I'll talk to you later. I'm sorry.
Just important,
I'm sorry,
important
I love
business.
I didn't mean it, Sam. I didn't mean it.
When the banana phone rings, right?
When
You got to answer.
This is my favorite thing. Again, I mentioned Bo Burnham, and like you saw his Netflix special during
Yeah.
COVID, like
Amazing.
changed
Such
my
a
world.
work of art, honestly.
But just inspiration, Reggie Watts too. Just the randomness there. I just love it. I've always wanted to. I feel restricted with written music. You kind of have to follow a path, but with this improv freestyle, it's like blueberries. It's amazing.
I've always wondered, and I've meant to ask you, is it from the Raffi song Banana Phone that you drew your inspiration for this?
No, funny. No, I started doing TikTok lives.
Mm-hmm.
Another part of the improv and how it really went crazy. But I started doing TikTok lives because my wife got me a steel tongue drum for Christmas, and I wanted to find a way to utilize it. So I set it up with the camera and I beatbox, did the steel tongue drum.
I've seen some of those. Yeah,
And I improvise, but it's mixed with irreverent humor, just ridiculous, all over the place, ADHD. I'll be talking on the phone. I'll be doing a commercial.
I like the weather updates personally.
Weather updates. I'll make songs for people. Sam is not available at this time. Please leave your name and number after a brief message, and they will not respond at any time in the near future. Just various random things like that. But I just remember grabbing a banana one day. It's literally that. Just grabbed the banana and just brought it in, started talking with the banana, and brought it back. Every time I'd sell the banana, $29.99 for banana, and it just kept going. People were loving it on the TikTok, and then I incorporated it into the show. And it's funny because Nolan does this show, Aardvark Boat Tours. It's like this fringe festival show. It's amazing. You got to see it if they come back this year, but they use a banana in it too. So it's kind of like it made sense.
Yeah. Because I remember like 20 or more years ago, there was like an early internet viral video about like the banana phone. Do you remember that? No. I gotta show you.
How old
this
are
is
you?
like, how old am I? 35?
Oh, I'm 32. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not that crazy.
It was like an early flash animation thing where like somebody's hearing a song in their head,
so
like
cool.
nonstop, the banana phone song. And it's a Raffi. It's like a kid's song, which I didn't even realize until having a kid myself. And then we're listening to all these kids' music playlists and banana phone comes on. I was like, I didn't even know this was an actual song. I thought this was like a silly like flash animation soundtrack thing.
How many of you are having epiphanies right now? What?
Yeah,
crazy.
shout out Banana Phone, an early viral video.
Food plays a part in the show. Bagels. Ian, our
Right.
drummer, goes by Bagels. And so that's really funny. We have bagels and bananas.
Is that like most of your overhead is buying more bagels and bananas?
Yeah, a lot of the money is invested in bananas and bagels. We do have a warehouse out on Forest Ave. It's a pretty big warehouse. A bunch of bushels of bananas and a bunch of bags of bagels. It's quite...
That sounds like a party.
it's bagels and bananas. What? All right, but yeah.
Back to the interview.
That's the Banana Incorporation. I love doing random commercials, so just incorporating whatever.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah,
you're gotta pay for your content somehow.
gotta do it.
Gotta shout out the sponsors.
I do daily videos on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. I've been doing when I just got the thing. I was like, you've been doing this for 40 weeks straight. The only reason it says 40 weeks is because I took 7 days off for my honeymoon.
Okay.
But I've been doing daily videos for over a year now. And just the little improv, all that stuff. It's crazy to see the whole culmination and
Yeah, well, it's a lot of practice and honing the craft.
various crafts too. It's like the comedy, which I really love, the music.
Do you find yourself identifying more as like a improv guy or comedian or musician or rapper or like all of the above?
I'm pretty much an entertainer, I guess is the easiest way to wrap it all up together.
We don't have to put you in a box.
There's no box that can contain me. You will not win. No, I don't know. It's funny because a lot of people would say, oh, he does hip hop, which a lot of my early career was performing Monday the Minds and putting on my own shows and rapping and writing. I don't even listen to hip hop. I listen to metal. I listen to
I didn't know that about you.
Progressive metal, degent. I love heavy stuff, melodic metal. Like that's what keeps me going. So yeah, I mean, I've just been in a Stevie Wonder tribute show put on by Mark Kaplan. So I'm singing Stevie Wonder songs. So I really don't want to be encapsulated into one box at all.
No need to.
I found it's just better. I definitely have been following a path. I've been focusing on just improv freestyling for the past year or so. So I haven't written as much.
That's cool. When you're in that state, like freestyling or I guess improv in general, like what's going through your head? I mean, it's like, are you just in a flow state? Are you thinking about like what words you're saying? Like, how does that work in your head?
I'm always amazed to hear different people's perspectives, different freestylers and how they do stuff. For me, it's just stream of conscious. Yeah. That's what it is. I can't think too far ahead. There's battle rap is amazing. People blow me away because especially the people who freestyle battle rap, is like they're thinking 10 steps ahead and they're placing things and flipping words. For me, it's just stream of conscious. I don't think about it too much. I think structure-wise more than anything. If there's something I do focus on, is like, oh, okay, I bring the chorus back now. I know that. I've been better at that lately. But no, it's stream of conscious. Simplest way to put it is like just I go. Whatever the theme's gonna be, it's just gonna happen kind of organically. Yeah. Which I like that way. That's what's gotten me is to get better and better is not putting too much pressure on myself. The worst thing you can do if you want to try to freestyle is to overthink it. Is to be like, think too much about what you want to say. It's just say stuff.
Right.
It's going to start terrible.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll be able to put things together.
But I'm sure like starting as a drummer and having that like rhythmic foundation helps a lot.
100%. I think that, yeah. I think you can definitely say that. I mean, the same thing with when I was playing the keys. Again, I'm not like trained or anything, but just having that basic drum rhythm and being able to, again, listening to classic rock as a young kid and like all that, Eminem, Will Smith, like different varieties of music that really kind of inspired and keep me pushing today.
A lot of influences.
Cool. A lot of influences.
So are you going out in the local scene too? Like when you're not performing, like where would somebody find you on a weekend? What's your outlet?
On a weekend, my outlet is sitting down on my chair, headphones on, playing PlayStation 5, not talking to anybody.
Nice.
I love you all, but shut up. I'm just kidding. No, I do need my time.
I feel you.
On the weekends. I deal with depression, anxiety. I do have anxiety. A lot of people are like, "You're not anxious, are you?" So,
no, I mean, thanks for being so real. If I could just say that, because I feel like it's really helpful to just like make all that stuff visible, and like
it's the truth.
Plenty of people deal with
it's
all that. So,
it's relatable. No, we're all dealing with some form of like I said, we all bleed the same blood. It frustrates me to no end to see fighting and all this stuff that's just happening in the world when it comes down to the essence of what we are. Yeah. But all that aside, we've got another show here, Unique Unknown and Friends at Monaco Studios, May 25th. There's an all ages hour, which is really exciting. But I'm constantly trying to do stuff. I've been improvising with jazz bands at Blue, El Malo, which is an amazing band. Check them out. They usually play First Fridays at Blue. Collaborating with different people and artists. I've been doing a lot of stuff at the Children's Museum. I'm directing a play. I'm going to be musical directing a show, Beautiful Blackbird. Hopefully the season was released, so I can say that. Sorry, Reba.
Yeah, you're wearing a lot of hats.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can, if you want to see me every day, just join my Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram.
Yeah.
I post video every single day. Have not missed a day, except for my honeymoon. Because my wife would have murdered me. But yeah.
That's impressive.
It's kind of like with anything. It's taught me that, because, I smoke weed, and you do certain things in your life, and you feel like, oh, I can't give this thing up, or I can't do this one thing. And through doing these videos every day, I've realized it really is about consistency. It really is about just making the decision and being consistent. Yeah. And I believe, like, if you fully embrace that, you can get through anything. You can do what you need to do. You can get through anything. So,
and that sort of routine repetition, like, does that kind of like, does it help when you're dealing with depression, anxiety stuff to sort of have that outlet?
It's kind of easier said than done kind of deal. Yeah. So like, it's easy to tell somebody that, to put it on your own life. It's a everyday battle. It's an everyday growth, but it's helped me immensely. It is. I quit drinking alcohol, I think, the same time I started doing these videos.
Interesting.
So yeah. I think it just helped kind of be kind of like not a replacement, but just a creative outlet. Mm-hmm. And just knowing that people just watch my videos.
Yeah.
It just brightens their day.
Yeah, you're bringing like good vibes to the world.
Simple fact of just, that beautiful smile on your face when you watch my face.
No, I can vouch. I mean, that's why we're sitting here, is because like a year ago, I remember I was just enjoying what you were posting online, and I was like, I don't know who this guy is, but I would love to meet him. So
that was beautiful. I love it.
So yeah, then came by and started chatting, and a year later, here we are doing this and doing the show on 2 Saturdays from now.
It's crazy. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world. I remember touching that faucet over there. Do you touch it and it turns on? It's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, that was part of our renovation when I realized that for $10 more than a regular faucet, I could have a touch-sensitive faucet.
Touch it and it turns on. Yeah. That's what she's... Okay, I'm done. But yeah, so I love it. I love all of this, these meetings, this collaboration, meeting new people, getting to do things I wouldn't normally have an opportunity to do, just being kind, treating people with love and respect. It really can get you far in life. So
no, I feel that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Is that sort of what's next for this project? You hope to just continue playing shows in the area, or you want to tour, or what are the plans?
I've been getting I really want to get out of
Yeah.
I want to travel. I want to tour.
Yeah.
I would love to tour this show. This show will become very successful. It's
believe
just
it.
a matter of time, and it's a matter of patience. Nolan's getting married at the end of this year, so it might take a little slowdown, but I'm still going to be doing my improv freestyle thing. But Unique Unknown and Friends is just going to become bigger and bigger. I want to incorporate different artists, musicians. It's going to be the core, me, Nolan, and Bagels, but Empire, I wanted to have Rexy. Dinosaur, I wanted to have Rexy come up and do some saxophone improv. Unfortunately, Rexy couldn't make it, but just incorporating little things like that.
Yeah, make it more dynamic.
I mean, I just, I love it. I mean, imagine pulling in an orchestra or something like that someday. How you doing back there? It's so lovely, so lovely.
Yeah, shout out Davey on the camera and lights.
Oh, just listen to me talk for an hour. But yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I believe in the show. Obviously, I'm looking forward to hosting you all here.
So thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's
No, it's our
huge.
pleasure.
It's huge, so thank you.
Yeah, no, it's great to have you here. Trying to think of anything we didn't get to.
I
Any,
like long walks on the beach.
Yeah, any thoughts on like aliens?
I may be one. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. Am I human? Am I alien?
Jury is out.
I honestly live day to day. I think anything really is possible in this world. I mean, we've seen so many things. It's just a weird place we live in.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling like a little bit existential after like, I don't know about you, but the totality at the solar eclipse and then the northern lights the other night has me like looking at the sky very differently right now.
It's crazy. And with the weather changes, the just the way there seems to be the energy around the world is just
it's heightened, right?
It's heightened, right? And it's a crazy time. That's why stress making people smile.
Yeah.
Smiling at somebody walking down the street because you don't know how you could change that person's day. It's like we're all tense. Whether it's the government or dealing with whatever it is, we're all just so tense. It is at that point where it's like something's going to break.
Yeah, I feel like anything you can do to bring positive vibes and moments of levity to this world we're in right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I have the same thought seeing that. This is the first time I saw, what was it? The sun, the moon,
the eclipse. Yeah.
First time I ever saw that. And it was eye-opening. It was wild. I think about William Shatner went to space. Did you read that?
No.
William Shatner went to space.
Wait, for the eclipse?
No, he just went to space recently.
Oh, no, I didn't hear
when
about
he was
that.
in space, he looked at the Earth and he thought he was going to feel some immense, like, he felt dread. He felt terrified.
Really?
Seeing how small the planet was.
Yeah.
So when I see these things, it's just like a reminder of, how small. How doom is just around the corner. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I guess I feel
You
the opposite.
asked me about aliens.
I know. Well, and I'm glad we're talking about it. Because for me, I feel the opposite of Shatner. I feel like some comfort in knowing that, like, as strongly as we may feel these moments of whatever dread, as you said, like, in the end, we're just this little rock
Perspective.
floating through the universe.
Perspective. One of my key words. Perspective, patience,
Yeah, man.
balance, and perseverance. Those are key words
All right.
that are essential. Remember that. Perseverance, patience, balance, and perspective. Remember. Can I? I don't know. Find out next time.
The creed of unique unknown. When are you starting your cult?
Today.
Okay,
This is the
just
moment.
started.
So if you want to sign up for my cult, go ahead and go to www.uniqueunknown.com. There's a little sign up link. You do have to draw your blood. I will need your social security number and the name of your unborn child. We'll go ahead and put that in an envelope. Then in about 10 years from now, we'll open up that envelope. We'll take out the information. We'll burn it. We don't need it, but you are a part of my cult now. Welcome, everybody. Say it with me. We are all unique unknown.
Yep. Hello. Yeah. No, I got him. He just admitted it. Yeah. No, he is starting the cult. Yeah. No.
That's true.
You can come right up, take him away.
Who is it?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Sam forgot about caller ID. That's right. This phone also has caller ID, unlimited texting, and blah, blah, blah.
And how much is this banana phone, Nathan?
$29.99. And your unborn child.
I don't know what better way to end this interview.
Is the best way to end it. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for being here, man.
Great interview.
Nathan Lapointe, aka Unique Unknown. You can come catch him here in our studio with his friends.
Yes.
Saturday, May 25th.
Nolan and Bagels and The Fourth Dot will be opening up. The Fourth Dot. Check it out. Go to thefourthdot.com to learn more about that lovely human right there.
Nice. Thank you again for being here, and looking forward to seeing what you cook up for us here in the kitchen now.
Ooh, let's get to that kitchen.